Okay, so welcome all to another episode of Positive Media YouTube channel, which introduces the people who have crafted a signature for themselves in this world. Today, I'm extremely proud to introduce a beautiful lady, an excellent speaker, a talented Kathakali artist, and an IT professional. They say beauty and brain is a lethal combination. Our guest today is a combination of many such adjectives. Recently, she had conquered the World Malayalam Speech Contest among the 7 best speakers from different countries around the world and won the hearts of many. Yes, she was a great champion, the lady who made the Toastmasters of UAE proud. Now please join me to welcome our guest for today, Toastmaster Millie Amit from Ras Al Khaimah.
Thank you so much, Cavalier Alida, for a warm welcome.
Okay, so now before we move on to the main questions, I was wondering if you could, tell me a bit about yourself, your family, and how long you have been staying in UAE.
For sure. Good afternoon, Cavaliers. Myself, Millie Amit, joining with you all the way from Ras Al Khaimah. I'm part of Scholars Toastmasters Club. We have 3 clubs here, one for English, another one for Malayalam, and the third one is a Gavel Club. I'm staying in UAE for past 13 years. I'm from Kerala, to be specific, Varkala and Trivandrum district. I'm a proud mother of 3 boys. So including my husband, I'm managing 4 boys at home. So you can imagine how crazy I run at times, right?
Yes, of course.
My husband, he's working in the aviation industry. He's a pilot by profession. Today when I see all these budding talents in front of me, it takes me to my vivid childhood memories. I was one of the active students in school who never missed any opportunity to take part in any cultural competitions. Whether it is speech competitions, poem recitation, drama, dance, Mohiniyattam. I also got a chance to learn Sanskrit for 3 years as part of my school curriculum. Also, I have participated in Sanskrit School Youth Festival and grabbed the Kalatilakam title. I've learned Kathakali for 10 years and performed over 400 to 450 stages across Kerala. My parents were really supportive and my dad accompanied me for all these performances. As today's theme says, teachers create great ones. Well, exactly. I was fortunate enough to have great teachers guiding me to take part in these extracurricular activities without losing track of my studies. And after completing my school, I have joined my engineering stream. I was, staying in a hostel, so I have to deliberately hide the artist within me. And I was geared up to chase a dream of joining a multinational company after completing my studies. So I was, keep on going in that direction. At the same time, enjoyed my college life to the maximum. After my college, I got a selection through one of the multinational company called UST Global. Worked there for 2 years. And after marriage, I came to this part of the world. Here, I got an opportunity with one of the national banks in Ras Al Khaimah. I joined their IT department and later I moved to the information security department internally when there was an opportunity. I've performed a couple of performances here. I performed Kathakali in 3 to 4 stages over here. And also, my journey towards Toastmasters was accidental. I got an invitation to join in a club meeting as a guest. So after attending that meeting, I didn't have a second thought to join the club. That's how my Toastmasters journey started. And all I have to tell you guys is, When during our childhood, there'll be so many opportunities poured onto us. So grab all of them. Try ways to polish your skills and, the talents that you have. Being in a Gala Club, you are getting an opportunity to polish your public speaking skill, listening, as well as leadership skills. So take up all the roles comes in your way and, pay off efforts to make it better. Brush up all your talents and ultimately believe in yourself. That's all. Thank you.
Wow, what a very wonderful introduction. I'm sure we can all understand that you are a very energetic and talented woman. Now, moving on to the next question. Toastmaster Millie Amit, a mother of three beautiful kids, a cybersecurity professional working for a bank in UAE, a well-known Kathakali artist, as well as a good public speaker. How do you manage all these activities all together?
Well, this is a question I have been asked now the first time, and I believe it will not be the last also. To list you, I have been asked this question when I wanted to continue my job during my pregnancy period. I decided to perform Kathakali after having my kids. And when I wanted to, polish my public speaking skills in my 30s, and the list goes on. So to answer to that question, family is my priority. And profession is something which I have chosen out of my interest. I'm a passionate Kathakali artist and a person having a strong desire to be a public speaker. So I manage my time effectively by setting up priorities, proper planning, and execution. Also, time is non refundable. So always try to use it with proper intention, wisely, and effectively. That's it. That's all about my time management. That's how I manage all these roles.
Okay. So now you're a very known artist, and I'm sure it's very difficult to continue such a passion with all those efforts while working in UAE. So my question is, what are the skills that one should develop to become an artist?
Okay. See, what I believe is, and what I felt is, there are so many opportunities here in UAE to explore and showcase your artistic skills. Being expats, we mostly admire and accept artists. Also, we cherish our authentic and heritage art forms. So I got so many opportunities here in UAE to perform or to showcase my artistic talents. What I believe in an artist is the first and foremost, one should be passionate. That should be the driving force. And second, one should be patient enough because you may not see the results immediately. It's a lifetime learning process. And the third, be persistent in terms of practice because practice is what makes you perfect. So these are the three qualities which I believe should be there in an artist. That's all.
Okay, so that was a very inspiring way of speaking. Okay. Now I have seen quite a lot of dances, but like very rarely see people who are specialized in such beautiful art forms like Mohiniyattam and Kathakali. So how did you transfer yourself into becoming a Kathakali performer?
That's true. Actually, there is a temple near to my home back in Kerala where there'll be Kathakali performances every year. And my grandfather and my father never missed any opportunity to watch that Kathakali program. So one day when I was in grade 2, my dad took me also for that Kathakali performance. But we have reached there early. So he took me to the backstage. There I got mesmerized by the distinct, colorful costumes from one end to the other and well designed ornaments and the predominant makeup. I got mesmerized. Wow, this is something really, fabulous. But one question I have raised to my dad was, why there are no females performing today? There are no female artists in Kathakali? Then my dad replied back to me saying that it's mostly or it's hugely a male dominant art form. But you could be the one. If you start learning Kathakali, you can perform in the same stage by next year. So that's how I started my Kathakali journey. From the next week onwards, I could arrange a teacher, and then I started my Kathakali journey from there.
Okay, so I am understanding that you are a person who would never give up and you will grab all the opportunities. Now, more than anything, what attracted us Gavaliers was your public speaking skills. So, what was your motivation factor to become a Toastmaster here?
Actually, my journey towards Toastmasters was accidental. I was attending open house for my kids in their school, and I got an invitation to join one of the club meeting as a guest. So, somewhere there was a passion towards public speaking was still lying inside me. It was dormant and lying inside me. So I thought, okay, let me attend that meeting. But to my surprise, it was a Saturday evening and it started raining. So my husband started consoling me, saying that, okay, it's okay, we will attend the next meeting. But I couldn't control my curiosity. I just wanted to see what is there in it. So what I did is I started, offering him his favorite cousins in return, so that finally he got convinced, and we reached there in the club meeting. After attending that meeting, I didn't have a second thought to join the club. I just fall into that ground. Initially, I was a stammering speaker in the initial club meetings, but later on, I could hold on to my feet. So that's how I started my journey in December 2019. That's it.
Wow. But I'm sure it was a pretty long and happy journey. Now, I'm sure we would like to get some tips from you for a winning speech contest, regardless of the mode of language we are into.
Yes. Other than the mode of language, what I believe is there are a lot of things to be taken care. To remember it, I'll keep it as CPL. It's not commercial pilot license, by the way. It is content, presentation, and language. So when you say content, you should have an idea or a thought or a logic or a message which you are trying to convey through your speech. That should be your base. Then you have to build on top of it. So your speech should be developed on top of your base, which is a logic or an idea. So when you develop your speech, it has to have an introduction, a detail, and a conclusion. Introduction, it should be crisp and short. And detail, you can include your own experiences, your own views about that particular topic. And the conclusion is when you conclude the speech, you have to reiterate the message what you're trying to convey. That should be an important point to be remembered. And when you make the script or when you make the content, what you have to think is you have to always include your own experiences and your own expectations, your own feelings about that particular topic, so that you could clearly convey that with the same feeling and you can get connected with the audience. Also, time is an important factor because you have to keep your content within the time limits. You can add humor, which will be, in line or immersing with your content. That's all about you have to take care in the content part. When it comes to presentation, first and foremost is body language. So you have to use positive gestures throughout your speech. Then you have to take care of your voice modulation. Keep apt expressions throughout the speech. So voice modulation, body language, all those will come through practice. So you can, always, whatever you will take up, even your Gavalier meetings or speech contest, what you have to do is be prepared and practice well in advance. You can practice in front of the mirror, or you can record your own video and see how does it look. Or you can practice in front of your family members. Those are the right people who will criticize you well. That's what happened in my case. So practice and preparations are really good. So in presentation, you have to practice well with your right body language, right gestures, and most importantly, you should be confident. You should look confident. throughout the speech. So for that, you need a lot of practice. And third, what I concentrated was language. So when you say language, it's about the punctuations, what you use, the pauses. You have to use pauses at the right places so that, you won't be too, the pace will get controlled and the emotions will get conveyed in the right way. So
Yeah.
pauses, punctuations, and the choice of words. It should not be contradicting with the message what you're trying to convey. So these are the things. And most importantly, what I believe is the secret to success is be prepared and ready when the opportunity comes. We often call it as luck because we will say he is lucky or she is lucky to have that. But what I believe is, what I believe is luck is when your preparations meet the opportunity. So be prepared and be ready when the opportunity comes. That's all.
Wow. Okay, so that was a very simple and beautiful explanation, and I'm sure all the Cavaliers here will definitely use your tips for their next speech. Now, moving on, can you please elaborate your journey, which landed you in becoming a champion for the World Malayalam Speech Contest?
Definitely. As I said, I was a stammering speaker in the initial meetings of my club. And later, I could hold on to my feet. So after joining the club, after the fourth meeting, I did my icebreaker speech. So the response what I have received or the feedback that I have received boosted my confidence. Or somewhere I felt that, okay, I'm in the right platform where I can polish my skills. And I could do that. So that confidence was there in me after completing my icebreaker speech. And immediately after the fourth meeting, there was a club contest which was going on. So I could not be part of that international speech contest because I have to clear a few speeches before that. But I was asked to take part in the table topic contest. So when I won in the table topic contest in the club, that also gave me enough courage that, yeah, I could improve myself. That gave me confidence or a hint that, yeah, it is possible. But when the area contest came, I overshoot the time, so I got disqualified. So that was a learning for me, saying that even if you prepare and practice well, if you're not keeping things within the time limits, it's of no use. So that was a learning for me. And when this international speech contest in Malayalam came, I was qualified, to participate. So that was some opportunity which I was waiting for quite long. So from there onwards, I started preparing myself. And I, spent a lot of time preparing the script, practicing it, preparing it well. So I was keeping my nose to the ground stone to reach, till the contest date. I was preparing till then. So with proper preparations, you can achieve anything. That's all I have to say. But don't give up. Try to polish your skills. Learn, from the feedbacks what you receive. Take all the failures as a lesson and improve. Try to improve. And definitely, it is my hard work and the preparations paid off. Nothing else.
Of course. Yes, so all this hard work had definitely paid a lot of effort for you becoming a champion. I'm sure you were all very happy. Now, my final question for today. If you would like to see one major change in a younger generation, what would it be?
Wow, wonderful question. I believe younger generation is technically, advanced as well as smart buddies. I should say, when I see all of you today. But in my opinion, they lack socialization or the learnings that happens from peer-to-peer
Yes.
communication. Everybody is so busy in their gadgets these days. So socialization is something which I feel the younger generation has to pay more attention because the social interactions provide a means by which we'll be able to see ourselves through the eyes of others, and we learn who we are and how do we fit in this world around us. So that is a learning which happens through our socialization or the peer-to-peer communication. So I believe that aspect also should be taken care. That's all.
Wow, that is definitely true. We definitely need to work on socialization. So thank you so much, ma'am, for accepting our invitation and spending your valuable time with us. I'm sure you are an inspiration for all the gang leaders that were present here today, and we will definitely cherish these moments and all the tips you gave for a long time. So thank you so much once again.
Thank you, Gabriel Alida. It's my pleasure. I also enjoyed the interaction with you, and I would like to extend my sincere thanks to you, all the members, and especially DTM Vinod Metamil and Toastmaster Vijay John for this wonderful opportunity. And I'm looking forward to meet you all in person when we go back to the regular meetings. So
Yes,
yeah, definitely. So I adore my quality time spent with you all, and I wish all the best to all of you.
thank
Thank you
you
so much.